Nothing.
Oh, good.
Yeah, no,
I
you're
know, I was
good.
a little, I was worried.
All right, no, you're not missing anything. So let's go ahead and get started. So this is obviously on websites, command websites. So just a couple of things that I want to acknowledge. Give me 1 second. Let me start sharing again. I accidentally stopped sharing. So we're going to not only get started, we're going to um, jump right into this. And what I want to do is kind of touch some basics. And I would like to get through what my entire goals are, which, by the way, I know this is recording, but it is kind of weird that y'all three are one on each row up against the wall. Like this room is very lopsided, but it's okay. Oh.
Yeah, I wish we had chargers.
I didn't even
That
think
would be
about that.
so cool.
That's a great idea.
I know, I forgot to.
All right. So the reason I want to not necessarily fly through this, but I have taught command classes for a long time, for years, but also I I've discovered that the best strategy is to teach it and get through it. Since we are, especially with technology now, I can obviously screen record. So if you watch the video of the replay, it'll be what you're looking at right there. So if y'all miss something, you can refer back to the video. And the reason I'm saying that is because I've discovered after dozens and dozens of these types of classes that that's the best strategy so that we can actually accomplish on video. And it's even if I don't explain everything, if you watch where I'm going to click and what I did, you can definitely replicate it. All you got to do is play it back. So having said all that, I'm going to jump right in. We're going to cover a couple of basics because some of you may not even have something set up that is required for your website. So we're going to cover a couple of basics, and then we're going to go from 0 to 100 real fast. I'm going to show you all two, and I call these the magical things that Command offers because it's like some of the most high-powered stuff. One of them is a listing page or a page for a listing, which if you want to highlight a listing, obviously that's pretty cool because obviously it's going to be on your website, which is branded to you. And if anybody clicks on it, and I'll show you how to, it'll have a form at the bottom. Anybody signs up, enters their information, you get notified, it goes into your command contacts, it's already in your CRM. And then the other thing, as you can tell, that sounds complicated. It's not, especially once you know how to do it. The next thing is going to be, my wife told me not to do this, but I'm going to, because this could open up a lot of questions because it's really high level stuff. And that is, nobody that I know of in all of KW is doing this. And that is that this has a feature that if you can design it on Canva, you can show it on your website. You can plug it to your website and put it right into your page, which is insane because what that means is you can basically design anything and it shows up on your website. And I'll show you how to do that. So that part, we're just going to do it. I will answer questions, but basically we're going to do it to document it, and then you can do anything with it. Does that make sense? Yeah. Well, and it's okay. And the truth is, it's probably just like anything else that the first time you do it, it seems overwhelming, but you know, it's no different than probably the first time we all opened up Microsoft Word. It was like, there's so much to it. Well, once you learn the basics, like you put your thing there, you start typing, you hit save, that's basically, above that, it's a lot of bonus. Same thing with this. But that's why we're videoing, because video chronicles step by step, and you literally could just play back. So it is and will be on our flow code page, which I'll show you here in a little bit. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and show, because that's a great question. Where do you find it afterwards? So if you go to our flow code, our flow page, I mean, you have several links up here, and some of the top two are our most repetitive meetings, like obviously the team meetings and other /train live meetings. So anything that's general training, it'll be this. You girls know that. So mastermind, but then you go down here and you start getting to the library, the team meeting library. These are all of our past team meetings. Which you click on it takes you to our YouTube channel. They're all organized by date. Same thing with Soul Masterminds. They're all right there on the right here. They all show up. And then, oh, whoops. And then here's the team meeting, Soul Masterminds, and everything else is under this general training library. So we did recently add the Agent Kickstart, but everything else is under this general training. And so this is where you find it in our flow page. So let's go ahead and get started. A couple of you, just so you guys know, when you first go to your website, you may get an error and saying like you cannot access until you finish something. And you're probably going to say, what the heck is that? Well, when you first open Command, does anybody know what these are over here? Just a quick little note here. If you click on the red logo, it'll tell you what they all are. If you want to close them, you close them. So if you open it, websites. So we're going to touch on websites. So when you first go to websites, you may get something right here that says your marketing profile has not been updated. And if you get that, what it's saying is we need all your information to be complete. And most agents, if they've never done it themselves, are going to get that error. If you're listening to this recording, I will tell you one quick thing, and then we're going to move right in, is that when you get that error, in that message, I should say, that you get, it's a prompt, it's a little window that opens up right here. There is a link. It'll say, click here to update your marketing profile. So when you click on it, it'll take you to your marketing profile, which I'm going to go ahead and take us there right now. I'm going to take it. Your marketing profile is under your profile. I'm sorry, it's not under your profile. It's under your, give me 1 second. It's under settings and then connect settings. So it's under your name, settings, and then connect settings. It's kind of like, how are you going to connect with the whole world? When you click on marketing profile, here's what it is. So basically, this is your main page that everything draws its data from. All of your marketing profiles, all of your marketing pages, all of your listing presentations, all of your flyers, all of your templates, anything that you generate from Command, this is the page that it draws that information from. So one of the major things that it asks for is your office logo, which is right here. So most agents, if you get that error, it's probably you haven't updated your office logo, which allow notifications, just block them. So I'll show, maybe show towards the end of how to get that. That's a whole different class, but there's a place where all of our marketing stuff is on mykw.kw.com, but we'll cover that here in a little bit. All right, so what I want to do is, if you can't open your website yet, like I would actually ask you just, if you can, probably just to follow along, because again, you're going to be able to get to this point at some point. And if we do this class and we get y'all all there, it'll be like our whole hour will be gone and y'all miss everything. Because honestly, getting it to this point is super easy. There's nothing to it, so don't sweat it. It's like, oh, here we go, my stuff's already messed up. No, it's not, I promise you. And I can get you there in 5 minutes, so it's not a big deal. So here's what I want to do. I want to jump into this, and when you click on edit, this is new right here, edit my agent websites. Let's just hit no. You're going to get this window right here. This is if you really wanted to code it all, but you don't. So you're going to click to this expert mode. And what that basically means is we've written all the code for you. So we went to expert mode. I'm going to explore on my own because I've already been here. Now, how did I get here? Let's start over, since y'all are looking a little, not confused, but y'all are looking a little excited. All right, so we logged in and we came down here to websites, and then it's going to give you this little window. Did you say you were getting an error, Laura?
Yeah, it was on something else. I mean, we could go back.
Are you here yet? Are you able to open this window yet? Are you able to open this window yet?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good. And you are too? Okay. Okay. So when you click on this, let's go to expert mode. Now, if you notice, mine looks a little different than yours. So what this means is very simple. And you shouldn't have this but I'm on the office one, so now let me switch to personal, and yours should look like this. Is that what yours looks like? Just explore on your own. If you, yes. So when you get to this place, are you guys all at this point right here? Okay. All right, so there's a couple of things that we were going to update. First of all, are any of you being prompted to check to pick your subdomain? You're all past that stage? Okay, good. Okay, good.
Mine does. It says your homepage has been moved to below custom pages is now titled custom homepage.
Right, yeah, no, that's not a big deal. Okay, good.
Oh, yeah, yours says that.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah, no problem. So let's just look at a couple things that we can create here. So since you three ladies are pretty advanced, because the fact that you're already to this stage is really good. What I would like to do is just go ahead and jump right into a landing page for a property listing. So,
I'm
yes.
so sorry to bother you,
It's okay.
but could you turn the air on for me? It's 77 in my office.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
She's already almost stripped.
You can only.
I always wear a sweater, so.
That's what I was meaning. Yeah, I don't remember setting this up.
All right, so let's just do a couple things. One of them is before we get into the landing page and all that, let's just go to the website and kind of look around real quickly. So this is your domain name right here. And there's a couple things I want to say about this. So first of all, this is the one you picked. It doesn't have to have your LLC name. It doesn't have to have your business name. It's just whatever you want to say that will help people remember it. That's literally all it is. And technically the domain name is kw.com. So you're connected to kw.com. A subdomain is everything to the left of this little period right here. And the reason I'm saying that is because you can pick a funny phrase. Shelby, Realtor in Pink, whatever you want. Realtorinpink.kw, whatever you want. But the other thing that I wanted to say real quickly, and this is obviously like a different class, but you can go to GoDaddy.com, and I recently bought one for the office. I think it was $40 for 3 years, and we bought a domain name. And so that domain name can be what you start using. And on the GoDaddy side, you buy a domain name and you can point it to this website. So all you have to remember for now is this one right here is the one your KW provides, but you can buy your own from a domain store. If you wanted it, why would I? Good question. If you wanted your website to just simply be glendamonaco.com, and that domain was available, like somebody hadn't claimed it yet, then you can buy it, and your website can just literally be glendamonaco.com. So when they type glendamonaco.com, which obviously that's good for marketing, it can be on your cards, you can make a t-shirt, you can be whatever. It could be glendasellshomes.com. It doesn't matter what your domain is. So this one is the one that KW provides for you, but you're not locked into it. This is just the default one that it will go to, but you can buy a domain name and put it on there. And just think about this, because if you can understand how it works, that's the way I like to teach, is give you guys the tools of how things work. Then you can go home and go, oh my gosh, I have an idea for whatever you want to do with it. And so all a domain name is just because all a website address is, it's actually an IP address. It's a bunch of numbers, but a domain name puts English over that. So we can remember English better than IP addresses, or not English, but just simple phrase or a name. The reason I'm telling you guys this is because just know that there is really so much marketing potential right there alone with your website. And if you use your website, you can push a domain name pretty powerfully, like market it, and then you can push them back to your traffic, to your CRM right here. So let's just click on it real quickly. I don't want to take too much time on this because it's pretty self-explanatory, but I wanted to show you a little bit of how this works. A couple of things that I want to draw out just real quickly so that you all, again, also know what it is and how it works. So then in your mind, you're like, I have this, potential, like for example, and it's this personal information out on here, but Marsha has a massive listing. That could definitely be a web page. In my opinion, that could also be I'm going to show you how to do the listing landing page for a listing. If I were her, I would buy a domain name. I would build the listing page and buy a domain name just for that page. So even though it's a page on your website, so it will be like cesarlevanieto.kw.com/ and then the address of the house, that's the actual URL. You can buy a domain name just for that URL and name it something cool. And again, it's not even just naming it cool, it's the fact that the clients are going to say like, wow, this agent's going all out. My house has got its own website. And secondly, you can promote that. Pretty cool. It's like you promote a website. They click on it, it goes straight there. So the reason I'm telling you guys this is because that's, something that I want you to know that you can do, which is you can create unlimited pages. Just remember that. It doesn't matter if it's a listing. It doesn't matter if it's a client event. It doesn't matter if it's a Google form. You can create anything. That's pretty exciting. So there's two things that I wanted to show you. The first one is the menu up here. So, not necessarily. I'm just showing you this is actually just what your website looks like. So for now, I'm just explaining to you two major things. The first one is the links up here. So this is your menu. This is called your menu. And if you do create a page, then you can, and by the way, Laura, what happened here is I just clicked on my actual domain name.
Yeah, I'm there, but it doesn't have, all it says is at the top, log in. It doesn't have the link.
Yeah.
Is that right?
You're at the home page, but you have, let me see, can I see yours again? Yeah, yours is on the left. You have the mobile, those three bars on the left. You have this right here. Click on this, and it opens up all your menus. So it's just yours is differently. I'm on Chrome. I don't know what browser you're on. Is it? Okay. All right. So if you create a website or page or whatever, you can have it show up here on the menu is all that I'm trying to show you. And then the second thing that I want to show you is this. So this is really where you can get lost if you're looking at this like this is so much. Well, each one of these little segments right here, this one is a search tool. Let's just go down. I just want you to see how different. This is a listings tool. This one right here is called the featured listings. Scroll down. This one is a little bit of a first-time buyer area. This one is a contact form. So this is kind of your about me, your contact, kind of like directions. So check this out. So these are all called modules. This is the main thing, the menu and modules. So you can create your own web page and just make one with a list, with a listing. You can make one with just contact form. You can make one with a map. You can make one with anything. So you also have a blog. This is interesting. Here's another one. You also have a place for reviews. When you click right here to leave a review, this right here is a review form. Now, it doesn't go to your Google. It doesn't go to realtor.com. It doesn't go to MLS. This is on your website, and I can show you guys in another class how to pull them up. So let's jump right into I thought that creating a listing landing page would be great because it, more than anything, it does two things. It lets us know how to create a new page. And secondly, it allows us to kind of play around with the editor a little bit. It's kind of a little clunky for a reason. They made it like this so that all you have to literally do is click, drop down, and choose. You don't have to write code. You don't have to do anything. So does either one of you, any of you three, have a listing that y'all would like to create one on, maybe? You do?
It's not live yet.
Okay. Is it on the MLS yet?
It's free on MLS.
Okay. Let's see. So when you get to this place, let me close this little dashboard right here. When you get to this place right here, Is everybody able to get to this place right here where you see? Okay, so what these are these are little quick start templates. That's all these are. So what we're going to do is create, and by template, I mean they give you a template of all the pre-made code. When you choose a property landing page, it's a template, but then it's just going to say, okay, now tell me what listing we want to put it in. That's basically it. And we created a listing landing page. We're going to click on this, and then we're going to tell it what listing, and then we're going to save it. And then voila, you got a listing landing page. See, Shelby? And no tears. I haven't pulled my hair out. This is so simple. So let's just click on it.
So simple, Cesar's not there.
All right, so right away, you see that you have a lot of stuff going on here, but let's just go through it real quickly. So there's 3 areas. Over here on the left is what you're going to mess with. Over here on the middle is a preview. Now to the right is a link to your page, which we're going to rename it because I don't like that. That is so not cool. That is horrible. And as they say in business, that is so not sexy. So we're going to make it a little better. So over here is what you're going to mess with, and then it gives you a preview. So over here on the left, what I always tell everybody is just literally look at it, because it is. When you first, if you're looking at this, your kid's crying, you're having a rough day, you're tired, you're going to go, this is too much already right now. Look at this. This is so confusing. It's not. What I tell everybody is just literally start from the left and go right down the list. So let's do that. So Laura, when it's overwhelming, what's our strategy? We're going to start from the top and go right down the list. Okay, so if we do that, what's the first thing it asks us? Okay, it says, give me an address. So see, that's not overwhelming. It just looks overwhelming, but it's not. So we're going to just enter your address right here, Glenda. 169 what? I'm sorry.
16914 Meadow Creek Circle.
Meadow Creek Circle.
Meadow Creek. 16914, that's the address.
All right. So it doesn't go live until it's live. So let's try a live one. So what's yours?
1403 East Mechanic Street. It shows both of them, so I wonder if it's probably the latter number. I saw the listing, I stopped in and looked at the outside. Oh my gosh, please show it. She just reduced it again.
Right here?
Yeah.
So which one is it, the top one?
I'm guessing the bottom. I mean, that one wouldn't be the later, because she bought it from me a couple years ago. So I'm guessing that. I don't know why it has 2 of them. Oh yeah,
All right. So this is what I, recommend. Like right here, this is when you name your title. So again, we're just literally starting from the top and going right down. So we found the listing. Now it's saying, well, what would you like to title the page? Well, we can just name it 1403 East Mechanic. And then again, so it's changing things over here on the right. It just keeps updating it. That's all it is. Then what it's saying, like if there's one of the videos that you want to feature, so let's just click this drop down. And I would always choose your default listing image so it kind of honors the same, however you entered it to be listed, featured in the MLS, pull it up the same. So you switch that little featured image to default. And whatever image you put as a default, that's what it's going to choose. All right, y'all still with me?
Yep.
So then from here, we're done. Because all these are the modules that I was telling you about. So let's just look at the modules. See the property landing core details. That's what this is. Agent information. That's what that is. If you wanted to turn one of these off, it won't let you turn the first 3 because those are the basics. But let's go down to the map right there. If you wanted to pause that or turn it off, you just hit that minus and it'll remove it right here. And it went straight from that to this image carousel to my contacts. So let's just, actually I want it back on, so I just hit plus. So basically, this was so simple. Now, simple when Cesar's around, like Shelby said. Well, this video will be around from now on. So,
This is awesome.
so then check this out. So on this link, so this is the link right here, which by the way, I don't mean to overwhelm anything, but again, who wants to answer what 3 parts of the website this is? When you first log in, what are the 3 things that you're going to see? This, what is this? You remember? This is the part you're going to edit. And then what's this part?
That's the MLS part, right? Oh.
It's the preview. Yep.
Okay.
And then over here, it's the
Website.
link. Yep. That's all it is. I'm trying to mess with y'all, but let's just pause right here before we publish and let's actually preview it. Now, when you go to preview, you get this little thing right here. It's just kind of a pop out button. You click on it, it pops it into a new tab. And then now we're going to see what your created page looks like, which by the way, how long did it take us to make this page?
Too long.
I talk slowly. But so let's just look at it. So you got your featured picture there.
Oh, it is.
You've got the basics, and you can even obviously expand your details a little bit more. You've got your contact information right there, your email address, your cell phone number. I need to update mine, but that's what I have on my marketing profile. Here's a contact. If they click on it, it takes you to a contact form. Here's all the pictures of it. You can keep going all the pictures. So see how it feeds directly from the MLS. A map showing you an overview, bird's eye view of where it's located. And then there's me.
I need to change my picture.
Now, one thing, so let's just say we're done. So it's saving it, and saving it just means it's saving it in your editor. It doesn't mean it's published. So when you publish it, that's when it actually goes live. But even if it is live, it doesn't mean the whole World Wide Web is going to see it. It just means it's live, it's seeable, but nobody knows it exists yet. So, but if you notice a couple things of what happened, because again, what was our strategy of how to handle something so overwhelming, Laura? What was it? Just start at the top and go right down the list.
Yeah.
Well, what we named it right here, when we hit publish, the URL switched it. It had a lot of that verbiage, but it switched it to that name. Now, let's just say you wanted to sell it to a certain client and you wanted a specific URL. You could actually add another one and all of them will work. So let's just name this one My Sweet
How do I get back to that? Oh, okay.
How, My Sweet Home, whatever you want to name it. And then when you hit publish, it'll turn that into a URL.
How do I get back to that?
Get back to what?
So I'm here.
Just X out of that. That was just a preview.
Oh, X. Dumb question.
What?
Where is X out?
No, close the tab.
Dashboard. Last time I did that, I had to start.
Yeah. So if you notice, so just real quickly, so this is kind of where you can create a custom page for your a listing or whatever. And then if you wanted to name it, so see what I did was I hit add and I just typed whatever. So I typed in My Sweet Home and then I hit publish. Now when I went over here, I went to my website and I added /My Sweet Home and it takes me right to it. So my point is you can make your own little page name on the URL.
So what do you suggest that if we have like multiple listings, what do you suggest we name it?
Just the street name, you know, if you want. But if you wanted to name something like sometimes for a client and say, look, your listing even has its own web page, that's pretty cool. because as you can tell, you can do it in under 5 minutes.
But you can't do it until it's live.
MLS will not start advertise or make it live on their website, so the data is not accessible until it is live. For this draws from live listings only, the active listings, which means that it's gone live. Any questions about this? It's yes.
So, I'm sorry. This, I'm trying to change it to Mechanic Street instead of all this, but it's not really doing it now.
Oh, so you still need to publish it?
So leave that and then hit publish.
Yeah, and it'll turn it into your street name. It'll turn it into, once you publish it, it turns that verbiage into how you named the page. See? So click on that link, and now you got a live listing page.
I have been so brain blocked and terrified of this.
Yeah, I can
It's
understand.
so simple.
Is it?
It's so simple.
All right. So,
Now when I get home, I won't remember, so I'll watch your video.
well, you are a doer, so here's what we're going to do. And Shelby, I'm going to need you to come change places with me,
Okay, let's do it.
and you're going to create one.
I'll do it for my vet clinic.
There you go.
We just dropped price.
You have a vet clinic for sale?
Yeah, you want it?
No, but I could advertise it.
Okay, deal.
All right.
Let's get
So,
whatever you want.
So can we put other people's on ours?
100%.
But ask them first.
Yes.
And then maybe in like the comments, to make sure we're following the rules, put courtesy listing of, and then I do the,
Do we have to put that?
I believe so.
You can, and here, let's do one for you, and then we'll let Laura do one for you, and we'll talk about where to put all this stuff.
Okay.
Look at you. You already know what's up. Just jump right in there.
No, it wasn't pulling up on mine.
Yeah, no, you can you can create as many as you want to push.
We all want to advertise Marcia's.
Yeah. Yeah, I would too.
She's got 120 people that could, oh my gosh.
I'm gonna go find my MLS number, that would be faster. I've had this listing for 2 years. Where is it?
The vet clinic for 2 years?
Yeah, I can't get rid of it.
Can you go back to the street address? This is a good type just the street and the word east. Spell out the word east. And then see what comes up.
That's, I search by number. And go through, that's the easiest way to find it.
And then-
39?
Yes.
Okay. And then street, oh, oops.
Yeah, let's see what comes up with that.
Huh.
There, it switched. Something switched. 39.
You want me to type in Independence?
Yeah, I would remove the
The EEP?
no, just even the TH.
Okay.
Try different. I'm wondering, okay, so let's do the MLS number again.
Okay.
But this time, let's type the word. I wonder
The
if-
number sign. That's a good
I
idea.
wonder if that's it.
2, 4, 1, 2, 4, 5, 1, 4.
Or MLS, yeah. Or MLS. Those are the houses that come up for that, huh? All right. Do you have another listing that we could work on? For some reason, if that one's not happening. I can help you to find that one. It may be a little slightly different for commercials, I doubt it.
MLS right now to see if I can find it. What was it,
717. East 39th Street. must be something with, I only have it
Beautiful.
listed in the commercial side. I don't believe I have it listed on the
Residential.
residential because
Yeah.
it's not residential. Did
Yeah.
I have it listed both places?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not
sure.
sure in where it would show up here, but yeah, you
Beauty.
can name it whatever. You can also name it, Brick Beauty or, Beautiful Home and Peculiar, whatever you want to. There you go. Okay. And then so now you only choose 3 things, Shelby. The name, the listing, which helps you find it,
Yeah.
the name of the page, and then what you want to highlight. So, and after that,
Oh, no, you said default. Oh, okay. Mary Austin brought the buyer.
yeah.
So,
And then so from there, it's done, and then you just hit publish, basically.
okay.
And it'll switch your URL to your. One thing about getting to it is you can just click right on that link right there. Just click on it, and it just takes you straight to it. And then from there, yep.
Your social media.
Yep. What's so cool about that right there, I will tell you all, is that that page right there looks amazing on mobile.
Oh.
Amazing. And
Really?
it posts beautifully to Facebook. Like when you post the featured listing, the blurb, your name, your picture shows up. It's so good. So that's. Did I what?
Did she publish it?
Yes.
Okay, so how do I find it on,
That is so cool.
if I'm looking for it? Do I just type in the address?
On to find that listing. Yeah, she could share it with you for now. But let's go ahead and add a URL, Shelby, just a custom one. Right there, you just literally name whatever. Okay, and then hit publish at the top. And then it turns it into a link. And then that's the new link.
That's so neat.
Yeah, so it will take like sometimes a few minutes for it to update from the link, but you just created a listing landing page.
Oh, that's neat. Cool. Okay. Now the trees have leaves and it's so pretty. Oh my gosh. Little slice of heaven.
Now, there's something, I think it's called, can't remember what it was called.
There's
What's
been
it called?
QR codes in Canva too.
Yeah, there is.
That's
a-
where I have done before.
Here it is. This is one of my favorites, QR Code Monkey. I wanted to show you guys this because it's super easy to make, and it's doesn't expire, but it's free from marketing code. And what I mean by that, and again, I'm just going to say this, and I know that this is being recorded, but the QR codes that Canva can create and all this, and even Command, like using them with Command, is they come with a bunch of tracking URL information. And what that means is like, it adds a lot, like if the link to the QR code from Canva, it works. But if you were to look at how long it actually is, it's like a couple paragraphs worth of characters. That's not that bad. But what you want with the QR code is you want it to be short, and there's a reason for it. Most of the time, if you're going to use it like at the open house or whatever, or on a sign, you want somebody to scan it and for it to go scan open. You don't want it to sit there and lag because the URL is so long. And so I don't discourage Canva if you're going to use it like around here with our agents where there's Wi-Fi. But when you're going to use it out there in marketing with like, where was I? Oh, when we were at Red Day, just in that building, I had no signal.
Right.
So something so simple in a home, for some reason, different carriers, their signal may suck in that house. So what you don't want is for somebody to go, I tried, you know what, let's just move on. And so this is why I like a QR code that is just literally, doesn't have a ton of stuff to it. So,
I use
you know.
QR code monkey. It's challenging.
Yeah.
It's so
Yeah. So all it is, and I'm glad this is being recorded, and so that y'all can just remember how to do this step by step. But you basically go to qrcode-monkey.com. Whatever website, like, so we're going to create a QR code to this house. So we copy it, we go to QR code monkey. You literally just add it right here. This is your URL, so we're going to paste it right here. And then you can change your colors if you want. You don't have to, but you just hit create QR code. There it is, it's done. And that's your QR code. So, real quickly, just a bunch of nerd talk here. So I want y'all to see something. So I'm going to paste this a ton of times, and I'm going to make the QR code, the link, I mean, a lot longer. And which is what Canva does. But I want y'all to see each one of these little squares is actually clustered with the others, and it gives you a character. In other words, the longer your URL, the more finer these get, and the more it takes your phone to scan. So the simpler and shorter your link is, the better. So I want you to see this. I'm going to paste a long code, and I want you to see how it's going to change.
Oh, ooh, yeah.
So that takes a lot longer for your phone. And if you don't have the best internet, it'll still work. But if you don't have the best internet, it may say error, timed out. So I just, like Canva does do them, but it looks like what we were just, it looks like that simpler one, but it does get complicated. So I wanted to show you how to make a listing presentation page, a listing page. This is pretty simple. Again, the cool thing is, we did this last time. If I fill this out, it goes directly, I get notified and it goes into my contacts. We won't do it just because I don't want to have to. Yes, yes. So do either, all three of you ladies feel comfortable that y'all could create a listing page right now?
Yeah, that's all you have to do.
It is. Let's switch gears. It's something very, very similar to this. I want to show y'all how to do something that's kind of, I probably shouldn't, but I'm going to just because it's fun. And that's the one that is, huh?
We like classes with you.
Okay. Well, it's just,
So much
again,
faith in us.
I know.
it's just one of those things that's like, okay, this is really high powered and it opens up a whole bunch of stuff. But it's just, if you know how it works, it's kind of like the listing landing page. Does this look overwhelming? Absolutely. Well, you really only edit this, and then you switch this to listing, and then you're done. That's it.
I'm so excited. This is,
Good. Okay.
oh my gosh.
Now, oh, I keep going.
But then we want to post this on our Facebook, right?
Yeah.
But we want to put our QR code in there too.
What do you do to post it on your Facebook?
Well, I'm glad you asked. Let's do that.
How do I change my picture first?
What picture?
It shows an old picture on this.
To
It's
top
horrible.
right.
It's your marketing profile page.
And then you can change anything in that side of stuff.
No, but if you go to your marketing profile page, that's where you change your picture. Now, check this out. I want to show y'all how this looks when you post it. So literally just the link. Oh, that was not the link. Let me go find it. Let's go to, all right. All right, so So you open it up just like this. Shelby created this. You literally just,
opened it up while you were in Facebook.
yeah. So I open it. I'm just going to, oh, let's go here. I'm just going to post it. I want y'all to see this. It's got my domain name to KW, the name that you named it, and it tells you all about KW, and it shows you a preview, and then you can just,
All right, I'm sorry.
right here, start typing.
Just one question.
Yes,
You're in your post, you're creating your post.
yes.
Where did you pull that from?
Oh, well, I'm glad you asked. I went to my history. So I hit Control H and my browser history, and I just found it right here.
Okay.
You're like, how did you find it so quickly?
It's like, what did you type? I didn't even see you type anything in.
Do y'all have Windows or Mac?
Windows.
Do y'all know about the Clipboard Manager?
We
You're,
talked about it.
yes,
Yes, because I couldn't find it.
which is Windows V, and everything you've copied is in this folder right here. So
So you search Windows?
no, so you
That's
um,
where
let me-
on
let
the
me-
bottom, I always forget about
Or
this.
on the
That
window.
thing,
Oh,
that, and what else did you say?
so
oh,
so check this out. So so when you are copying documents or whatever, like Cesar Nieto, does everybody know, like right here, when you select this, you know that Control C copies it, right?
okay.
Control C.
Yeah.
Okay. Does anybody know the shortcut for pasting it?
Control P?
V.
That makes sense.
Okay.
I
Now,
know, I
if
know,
you
right?
hit, what happens if I copy both of these, my name and your name, Laura? So I hit Control C, but I want to paste both of them separately. So instead of Control V to paste like that, you hit Windows. Instead of Control, you hit this little Windows button, Windows V, and it opens up this little folder, and it kept track of both of them. So wherever I click on it, whatever I click on, it'll paste that. The reason that's important is because if you're like filling out forms, instead of copying and going back and pasting, copying, pasting, copy, you can copy them all one at a time. Go over here, and just hit Windows V and paste one at a time. So anyhow, I know a bunch of nerdy tricks like that. So
You need to write a book for it.
so where I found that, Glinda, was I was over here and I just thought, you know what, I'm going to post at home. And I hit, let me start over right here. I was right here, and I thought, I'm going to post at home. So I hit Control H, and it takes me to the history. And then I found the one that Shelby had named, which is this Brick Ranch. And then I clicked on it, and then I just copied, cut it.
So you hit Control H to get to this.
Yes.
So we want to do a QR code and add it to that
URL,
landing
yes.
page. QR code.
Yeah, the QR code, great question. The QR code is really more for if it's another pointer towards that IP address, but instead of an English language phrase, you're going to use that little code. So you're pointing whatever marketing material. You can make a t-shirt, you can put on, your truck, you can put on, your website, your signature. So when somebody scans it, it'll go to that URL.
I want a t-shirt. That would be hilarious. Put our QR code on the back.
So let's cover the scary magic now that I shouldn't even tell y'all about. And I say that because nobody really does it. Nobody knows about it. So let's just go right through here.
You're
And
on Facebook, right?
Now on Canva.
so let's just say that we created this page right here. And oh man, this is being videoed, so I would need to. All right. So let's just say that, so the last time she capped, here we go. So let's just say that we wanted to literally create a website page for a graphic. Now, it can be a congratulations to your closing. You know, these closing pictures that you take, perfect for this. It will tickle your clients to death. You create congrats to my client or whatever, and then here's where it gets kind of crazy already. So instead of downloading it, we're going to go to share. This is where we're all good at downloading. But instead of downloading it, we're going to go to see all. Oh, crap. All right, you ready for this? So then we get a lot more options. So one of them is embed. Now, I want to tell y'all what this means. It's going to give us a bunch of code. Don't worry about it. You just copy it all and carry it and drop it. I'm going to show you where to drop it. So what Canva has done is it's saying, look, we're cool enough to share our designs with the whole world. We will take this graphic, which, by the way, I don't mean to complicate everything, but you can click on one image or anywhere on your graphic and right-click it and add a link to it. Let's just say we want her image. Let's just say we want her image to go to Google, but you don't have to. You're going to create a custom page. Let's just say you have an event you want to push and you create a Google form, and on your graphic, you want them to click on a button that you're going to create graphically, and it'll be a button to your Google form. So this is how you do it. You click on the image, you right-click, and then you hit link, and then you put it right there, and then you hit done. So now this image has a link attached to it. So now what we're going to do is we're going to get that code, and we're going to go embed it into your website page. It's really simple. So you go to share, and then instead of download, you're going to go again over here to embed. Where'd it go? Oh, here it is. Embed. It's saying, look, embed your design on Medium, WordPress, or on your own website. It will automatically update automatically. Which, you know what that means? Once you create that, if you want to edit that image on your website, you just edit it here and it updates automatically, live. So you hit embed. Okay, let's start over. Instead of downloading it, you're going to go to see all, and then you're going to go to embed. It's going to say, hey, you can update it. It updates automatically. All right, so we're going to do this right here. HTML embed. Now we're going to copy this code. Now, since you are so into the coding right now, I want to show you what it looks like, just so you guys know. So this is a bunch of verbiage, and I don't have to tell you all this, but it just basically is a bunch of code that just takes what Canva has designed, and they're like, hey, you know what? We're so cool. We're going to convert it into some code. You can carry this code as if you designed it graphically yourself, and I'm going to let you post it into somewhere else, and what you see here will show up exactly on wherever you posted it. So now we're equipped with this in our clipboard. Here it is, our little clipboard folder. So now you can even X out of there, which I'm going to. Now let's go back over here. Now let's create a custom page or a custom landing page, but let's just create a custom page.
What's the difference?
A landing page is going to be kind of a standalone, typically. Landing pages are typically for marketing. They're typically one reason, is to generate leads. So it's a landing page that you can create, and this is for another class, which that's a great question, by the way, but generally landing pages and custom pages, because a landing page, it has one purpose, the lead gen. It's literally so that at the bottom they can fill out a form. It's treated differently in how it handles with links and all that, so it's for a different class, like I said, but they're basically the same, but the way they're handled on the back end, I'll explain it some other class. But what we did here, just so that I don't leave out all of y'all behind, is let's go real quickly, because we're going to go probably 5 minutes late. So we got 7 more minutes. So to start over, we got to this page, and all 3 of y'all have confirmed y'all can get here. You go to a custom page, and again, Shelby, what's the strategy on how we tackle these overwhelming things?
Step by step.
Step by step, top to the bottom. The cool thing is over here, it doesn't give you the URLs on these custom pages. The URLs are right here in this little area. So with these custom pages, you only have this, that you're going to edit, and the preview. That's it. So let's just name this Trisha Capped. And literally, there's nothing else to it except we're going to go down to the module. This is if you wanted to add more details, but we don't need anything else. So we're just going to add a module. And under all, of course, this has been videoed. If you can't remember all this, you'll be, actually, let's go to list. I am so sorry. Where is it? Let's go to additional. There we go. I'm trying to think of the simplest. So we went to additional. Let's start over. So we named it right here, and then we went down to add a module. And remember, what's a module? It's those little sections. So we're going to add one, additional HTML. Now, y'all remember, we have the HTML code, right? So here, we're going to create a new HTML. Let's name it Canva graphic of Trisha capping. All right, and then now here, it's like, give me the HTML. Now we're going to paste it here. So now we're getting the page, and there it is. It's that simple. Now let's publish it. And then let's go back. And then now it shows up as one of the options. So we'll go through it one more time. That's why I wanted 5 more minutes. But it is live and it is up. So let's go to it.
Where is it up? Where is it live?
It's live on the website. And but we haven't added it to a menu. But if you notice, it's the graphic of her capping. And by the way, this looks amazing on a cell phone. So these have like a reconfiguration automatically for mobile phones. Now, let's just say that we wanted to add another module, because honestly, we need a module at the bottom for contact. So let's go to all. Let's go to form. All right, so we added a contact form here at the bottom, and that's it. So basically, who wants to create one? All right, Miss Shelby, come on. I've already copied the HTML code, so you're next,
we go.
Laura. You're next. All right.
Okay, so custom landing page.
Yep.
And then page title is
Can name it.
favorite house. And then,
Yeah.
description is no one died in it.
Yes. And then you're going to go down to the module.
And then additional modules, and then,
It's towards the top there. HTML embed.
embed.
There you go. And then you're going to scroll down on the left, because every time you add a module, it asks you, okay, it asks you for, and then so we're going to either create a new one or that one. So, yep, create a new one. That yellow warning right there, don't worry about it. Okay, and then you paste the code. Yeah, and then hit publish. In publish, it publishes your code. It doesn't publish your website. So then you go back, which by the way, again, that yellow error, whatever, don't worry about that. Go back. And then now it still seems empty, but when you went create new, it opened an editor. Now, when you come back, you have to fill it. Perfect. And then it'll populate. Ready? 3, 2, 1, there it is. And so now, if you hit publish, you're live. The only thing left from here to do would be if you wanted to add a URL, because I can imagine you ladies will be creating custom things, custom creations. And then hit publish to save, because there is no save button. And
I think that's what's gonna get me at home.
Yes.
I'm gonna forget.
You're gonna go,
about-
how do I save it? Yep.
Yes.
And so now it turns it into a URL. So it's still updating up there.
Oops, sorry.
That's okay. If you go to URLs, it should be there. Yep, there it is. No one died in it. So
That is.
now here's a cool.
Yeah.
Click on her face. It takes us to the link. So you
Oh,
basically
isn't it
created
so neat?
a website page with links in it.
Click my face.
Click on her nose, it takes you to Google. So the cool thing about that,
Where does that take you?
To
we-
Google.
we-
He linked it to Google.
we added just a dummy link to it, you know? All right, so here's how I want to finalize this class, because obviously it's over, but so if you forget, or if you see an agent, they can't start their website, their marketing profile. But we reviewed how to create a listing landing page. Super simple, would y'all agree? Know where to click and what all not to touch. Don't mess with more things. Then we created a custom Canva page with no coding. Shelby just literally created now imagine this having whatever complicated graphics, beautiful fonts, letters, information. It doesn't matter. Shelby created a custom page with a live link on it in 30 seconds. No tears. And she still likes me.
Well, that's
So-
because
so
you're here.
Let's switch gears real quickly, because this is really where it becomes very powerful. In 60 seconds, let's just brainstorm real quickly what all you could do. And by the way, the reason I say nobody's doing this is because I have searched everywhere and I have not found anyone. As a matter of fact, I at an MCA mastermind at our regional event, I brought this up, and everyone there was like, you need to come teach us what you're even talking about. And if I threw my name out there, I could be teaching this, but it's like, I don't know that I have the time to be teaching this everywhere for free, you know?
Right?
But what all could we do with this? You know, what all kind of ideas? Like when you think about the link, why does that like excite you? Like,
Because Tim had talked about the Google form and getting people to fill out their information, so you weren't spending a bunch of time trying to track down all this stuff,
Yeah.
and then it would feed right in, so I could create a link that would be the Google thing. Now, this will probably not happen
Yeah.
for months, so, but
Yeah.
it's a goal.
yeah,
It
absolutely.
takes forever to do stuff.
Yeah. Glenda, what were you thinking?
So for this listing that I have coming in July, I'm creating, it's an ADA compliant home.
Yeah.
So I'm creating a flyer that I'm gonna send to all the hospitals and physical therapy.
Yeah.
And all this. So I'm creating it in Canva, which I'm using. So I can pull that flyer from Canva
Yep.
and put it on
Your own webpage.
my webpage.
Yep.
Then how do you,
Shelby could even help you teach you how to do it.
awesome, but how do I put it on Google? I think you just did that, but I think I missed the step.
No, we didn't put it on Google.
Okay.
Maybe I'm misunderstanding. But check out what it looks like right here. Oh. Favorite house, no one died in it. Well, you may want to think about your titles. A bunch of jujitsu stuff on my page, I better log out. So if to understand you correctly, you're wanting to advertise on Google. I want to make sure. What about Google?
I thought you said something about putting it on Google, because
Oh.
typed in.
Yeah, no, so what that was is I wanted to show you that on your Canva images, like if you're creating, like Shelby's saying, like a form, like click here or whatever, so you create your button on Canva,
Okay.
and then you click on your button on Canva and right click it, and then you can add a link to that button so that when somebody clicks on it, it takes them where you want. Well, so Shelby's talking about creating like a graphic maybe that has a link to a Google form. So she takes a Google form link and puts it on that button. So I was just showing y'all, and I was just using Google as a dummy website, you know. So like if you notice right here, this is so cool, Shelby. Check this out. So right here, anywhere on the website, it's not live. The moment I get to her image, it goes live because we linked her image, the whole circle, to. So what that does, guys, like just from, I mean, I'm a software engineer by trade, but in my background, I used to create websites 25 years ago. Oh. Yeah, I was one of the first coders. But what I was going to tell y'all is that, well, I was coding before websites, but is that for this to do this with code is unbelievably different versus design on Canva. Y'all saw how easy it is to embed. It's a live, and the beauty of it is you get the power of Canva because Canva make, you know, if you use templates and stuff, it can make everything look so good. And you have the beauty of Canva with the power of command. It's pretty amazing. You can color coordinate to where it matches the colors of your websites and all that. You can even put your KW stuff so it looks literally like KW stuff. But the reason I was telling y'all it's like secret magic is because it basically lets y'all create whatever y'all want, unlimited web pages.
One more probably stupid question. Once I create the landing, the property landing page.
Yes.
For